We return to floor 2 of Fang Lair, which should be pretty interesting. We're kind of in a boss room at the moment, seriously. And well, this is the first time we've gone from one floor of a dungeon to another floor of a dungeon. There's a few cool mechanics that we can look at here, including a really badass hidden room. So first of all, this is one of the ways in which stuff respawns. If we go upstairs again now, stuff on this floor, oh, and the door's here, will be alive again. I don't know whether that means the spiders will be alive and can attack us. Wow, it does. All right, that's pretty scary. Okay, so I mean that's a downside of what we did last episode. So you do want to be careful of that. What that means really is if you get super low in a dungeon and you drain all of your potions and all of your MP or whatever, you can't rest. You can get stuck. Like there is such a thing as like being stuck in the bottom of a dungeon. Maybe you can always just reload a game and eventually muddy your way out, but the idea of characters getting lost and stuck in the depths or indeed the heights of towers and stuff like that, well, that can happen in Arena. It is scary. There are limited ways to get out, which is really cool, and it adds like this extra tension as you start climbing through. We're obviously in getting the first piece of the Staff of Chaos here, so they don't throw anything too mad at us. That is a thing. It's also kind of an abusable thing. For example, if I go upstairs again now, I could kill that spider again. And just do it and do it and do it. So sometimes you'll find a place where there's like a lot of enemies you can AoE in just the right way. That means you can get a hell of a lot of experience. But again, I'm going to try and ease off of these cheesy things. Arena has a lot of that. And that I talked as well about how loot gets respawned every time you move. Well, same here as well. So you can keep going in, out, in, out, in, out, and then get these big ass loot piles, stuff like that. But again, we'll be easing off on that. Let's just move on forward a little bit. I'm going to try and sleep. Hopefully I don't get attacked. There are enemies nearby, it says. And we'll see what kind of horrible abominations we have in here. All right, so it's a skeleton that are a little bit more resistant to my blade now that we got the cool sword and shield. Oh, we got a level up. 4 bonus points. That's above average. I'll save with that. I'm all right. Okay, there. So let's just use our technique again of... And by the way, our attributes will cap out. So, you know, our endurance is already pretty high. It's at, 100. Sorry, it's at 80. I think they'll cap at about 100. So, we'll be careful of that. I won't actually get anything major here. I'm still not scared of spells right now, though. So, we'll just go strength and endurance. And I'll consider that a good spending of resources. So, we get like this entry chamber, like the antechamber. We get a long corridor that has more skeletons at the end of it. Is a little bit creepy, maybe. Not too much. We are going to have another riddle in a second, too, so we do want to be sort of cautious. You know, it feels so rarely worth clicking the skeletons and whatnot. Sometimes you get some gold, but not much. This has actually been really crazy. Fang Lair is harder than Stonekeep, and yet we've managed to slip our way through here. It's not been very dense with mobs. Do I want to rest or drink a potion? I'll drink a potion since we've got so many of them still. And we're kind of on the last floor here. So here we have it. Check it out. A big open room. Which, again, I'm convinced that they wanted to add bosses to the game, like Golfmog before in the previous place that you just don't find anywhere, and they never had time. This feels very appropriate for some kind of large boss-style encounter, don't you guys think? But instead, what we get is just kind of like a big room filled with these lovely magma walls, lava pits, and whatever enemies might spawn around here. And that's about it. I will say, obviously, if we jump in the lava, we die. We melt to death. We go out like the T-1000. Was it that the T-1000? We die, all right? We melt. We don't want to be in the lava. So you got to be cautious of that. But on the back of the wall here, you can see this little red tile. A red tile is usually the main thing that you're looking for. And, well, that's the whole floor done here. Man, I thought we were going to have even more fighting than this. I probably should have put this into the end of the last episode. Seriously. But, hey, all right. So we click it. A lot of exciting stuff coming up anyway. And it says, a simple question for thee. What is neither fish nor flesh, feathers nor bone, but still has fingers and thumbs of its own? What is thy answer, mortal? Well, I got this very, very quickly. This is actually kind of a standard sort of riddle. It's, I don't know, it's not wordplay. It's not a trick. It's like a linguistic riddle. And so I'll give you guys a little bit of time. So, neither fish nor flesh, feathers nor bone. Basically, it's not a living thing. What living things have fingers and thumbs? Well, one of the first things you might think of is like how clocks have hands, but clocks don't really have fingers, right? So what do we get? Well, it's a glove. And you can glove is, it's interesting because these riddles have to be somewhat in universe, and obviously gloves would exist in this universe. I did it with a capital G. I hope that that goes through. I don't know whether it's case sensitive, so let's just hit it up. There you go. It says, thou hast truly the wit to continue, thou may proceed. And something is trying to kill us in there, and something is flashing in the distance. In fact, was I hit by a magic spell? Why is my health so low suddenly again? Right, so we're going to move forward. All right, it's a black wolf. Now, oh, God, and something is firing fireballs at us. So here, I've got an idea. We can hit the menu up since he's stuck on the corner. We looted a longbow, if you guys remember. By the way, the Elven Claymore obviously looks different, but you'll notice in our hands, it didn't look that different there. Or maybe it does look different. I guess we'll see as the game goes along. We totally looted a longbow on the upper floor, didn't we? Oh, no, it was a short bow. All right, so let's get the short bow out. He's the one firing the fire at us, and we can shoot him. So he actually has a ranged mechanism for dealing with us. But 3 clean arrows. I thought it was some kind of monster deeper in. That's that glowing thing there. The Hellhound has nothing usable. This one has nothing. So Hellhounds, these are a new creature that we'll be seeing a lot of. And, well, what do we have here? This is a piece of the Staff of Chaos. It looks like an arrowhead, doesn't it? Or, you know, some kind of capstone for the staff. But all we do is we click it. Sorry, get a bit closer. And there we have it. The first piece of the Staff of Chaos flashes once before turning to a dull piece of ebony in your hand. You can feel it perceptibly throbbing as if waiting to be connected to the other 7 pieces. So here we hear about ebony. This is like a fantasy material you'll come across a lot in this franchise. Obviously, in real life, ebony does exist. It's like a really dense hardwood. But in this, it's metal. In Arena, it's ebony weapons and ebony armor that is the best stuff in the game. Okay, so if you've got ebony plate, you are rocking it. That's amazing. If you have an ebony longsword, it's way better than like the one we've currently got. Ebony is brilliant, and the Staff of Chaos naturally, therefore, is made of ebony. So yeah, it's throbbing as if waiting to be connected to the other 7 pieces. So that is 1 of 8 done. And this is the one that Jagarthan hid here in Hammerfell. So let's rest, shall we? Get a little bit of our health back and see what we got. So wait a couple of hours.
I do not know who you are, but you have made a fatal mistake. Rhea Sylvain and her feeble powers are no protection for you. I should have discorporated her when I had the chance. I will not make the same mistake again. I will use the same dream bridge that she uses, sending my minions across time and space. Already they arrive. Ones worthy of the attention you deserve. They will relieve you of the burden of the staff piece you now hold. Give it to them, and I will order your death painless and quick. Resist, and I shall see you in such suffering that you will grovel for the sweet release of death.
You will grovel. I love his articulation. So, there are enemies nearby. Right. Jagarthan will now be speaking to us in our dreams. He's not just like an antagonist that's permanently off in the background, never doing anything, and you don't really know to be intimidated. Once you start collecting the staff, he starts getting PO'd, alright? I don't know how he realizes that we got it, maybe enchantments, whatever you want to do. He talks about discorporation there as well. Remember, he did kill Rhea, alright? She's dead. But she's like forcing her spirit to linger about to try and guide us and help us in the dreams as best possible. And now he's doing the same. So they're kind of bickering and they're going to be in our head. It's very, very cool. I like it. And at this point now, by the way, if we get game over, the game over screen is different. I won't spoil how, in what way. I'm sure it will happen eventually. But the game over screen's different. And we kind of, you know, kicked things up. So if you kind of just want to play Arena and have it as a, you know, some kind of big roleplay sandbox, you don't need to come here to Fang Lair, you don't need to do the prior quests, and you'll be okay. But now, you know, you're going to have Jagar harassing you every now and then. And yes, he will actually send stuff to attack you, including, I believe, more Hellhounds. Oh, no. This is pretty simple, as far as I can see. I thought they'd come through the door, and I would have loved for... So he's just sent 1 orc, that was it. And I would love, maybe he was actually just a regular spawn, I don't know. I would love if the ambush was in the big room, you know. There's nothing cooler than having what is clearly a big boss room, let the player pass for free, and then attack him on the way out. Like, That's a cool thing, because it's a twist. You know, the trope is that you're going to fight the big boss in the big room, and then, you know, you turn on his head in a little way. And I think that a twist like that would have been quite a novel thing to do in 1994, you know. Some of these tropes and stereotypes and ideas hadn't really fully been solidified by the industry yet. And already Bethesda would have been one ahead. But I'm not really sure that will happen. I guess we'll see. It might be dangerous out there. I'll keep the short bow just for now. And we'll pew-pew anyone down the corridor if they choose to come at us. But yeah, oh, and we do actually have one person. The fact that one got to spawn inside the door was obviously not that fun. The orc has nothing usable. And it looks pretty clear, to be honest. It looks okay. My back's up a bit in these big open spaces, but overall I'm alright. So, we could leave now, and all we have to do is just fight in reverse the floor above, which there's still some cool places we can go, like that temple I was talking about. But there's actually a really badass hidden thing right here. This is the Spirit of Arena, right? These are not randomly generated. There's a cool thing in this room. So the entirety of the room, just to be very simple about this with you guys, is surrounded by lava. As you can see, there's a trench of lava, and I suppose you could jump to any of the outer platforms if and where there are some. This is obviously just a straight wall. But what you might notice... Oh my god, looming out of the darkness there is... Did our bow break? I wonder if instead of like an ammo substitute, they just decided to have bows deteriorate really fast, and in that way it kind of feels like there's an ammo mechanic. I mean, you could kind of just run around using it constantly, but look, it's already broke. That's it. It's gone. So let's get our stuff back now. I know some of you guys are going to be looking at that, and you're going to be saying, oh, please equip the plate, please. But look, we've got a long adventure ahead of us, all right? And let's use an enchanted longsword. This one or this one? Oh, they're actually different varieties. This isn't an enchanted elven longsword, isn't it? It looks the same as an elven one, but it doesn't say it's elven. I wonder if we identify it, then the Mages Guild would tell us, hey, it's elven. Let's use this one then, actually. Let's see what the damage does. 3 to 17. 3 to 17. Yeah, we just have an enchanted one. Fine. We got a long adventure, okay? So enjoy the chain while it's there, all right? Because we will have plenty of time to be wearing plate and then the various, you know, forms of plate. Right, so anyway, you can do the trench all the way around. What's interesting, though, is if you look at the map now that I've started mapping it out, on the top left, the northwestern corner, there is a branch coming off. It's really sneaky. You can only just see it, all right? But it's there. It's a little hole in the ground. See that? How cool is that? But the question is, we die when we're in lava, so how the hell do we ever get to it? That's why, way back, because I didn't know if I wanted to do both dungeons together, I bought this potion of resist fire. First of all, it helps you against the hellhounds. Second of all, when you drink a potion of resist fire, for as long as it's on you, you can swim in lava. So we're going to drink it. We get nothing to show that we have an active effect. But as scary as this is now, you'll notice our health isn't going down, and we're going to book it. Obviously, the higher our speed stat, the better. But this is basically a long tunnel that we want to get through. Now, what I want to do is get through, do the thing on the other side, and get back before it runs out, because I don't think we bought 2. Did we buy 2? No, we never bought 2, which might have been bad preparation. We have to be kind of cautious about this, all right? But check it out. There's a hidden room here. Oh, my God. 2 ghouls. 2 ghouls. Then we come to the back. Okay, good. 1 kill. Come on. 2 kills. All right, nice. Now we're going to loot real quick. We get a mark, golds, ghoul. Come on, they died right on the treasure pile. How am I supposed to get the treasure pile now? We get a thing to bash open. I kind of don't want to bash the chest open with this, so we'll do something else. But there's a claymore here. And we're actually out of encumber space now anyway. All right. So the chest, by the way, you might think that there's going to be really amazing stuff in there. It's pretty much just going to be random from all the other stuff. So let's see. Randomly generated like much of the other stuff is what I'm trying to say. What I would like to do here is drop anything we're not using, but also isn't enchanted. And also we don't want to re-loot the pile we already did. So hold on, let's unequip this and equip this for now. Let's drop the claymore, drop the steel flail, which we've had our fun with. All right. Drop the broken short bow, which we've had our fun with. And so now what we'll do is we'll use this sword to bash the chest. Actually, yes, let's use the mace to bash the chest. I like the idea of using a mace to bash the chest. Then we'll look inside it. If we get anything good, We'll loot it, because we now have the space. So 8 gold, bracelet. All right, I'll save the kite shield. And now we want to swim back fast. No, we can't even swim back. So we're dead.
You were a fool to confront me, and now have paid the ultimate price. Even now, my servants go to fetch your mortal husk. You will serve me well through my years as Emperor. Once I have made you undead, perhaps I will even let you retain some of your memories, so that the price of your failure has meaning to you.
What a bastard. So we become an undead. And that is our fate evermore. So you'll notice very keenly, I did not save while I was in the room. If you save while you're in there and you have no way out, I think that's it. I think you're locked. I don't think that I really think you're screwed. Okay. So it's a cool little secret room. I showed you a little assortment of the stuff that we could do. We couldn't even loot it all anyway, so don't feel too unfulfilled. You could obviously come all the way back here, but our bags are pretty carried down anyway. We will be able to, as the adventure goes along, keep carrying more and more stuff. Let's try and make this jump. Are you ready? Always so scary to try and do this. There we go. We will be able to, as time goes forward, and a higher ledge. Like, this looks like this should be, like, for sniping enemies or something, right? Or some kind of boss that we'd want to snipe as we go through, but it's just not used for anything. As our strength rises, as I think maybe even our endurance increases our carry capacity as well, doesn't it? So we will be okay because we're a bit of a pack horse. That's one of the things that casters can kind of struggle with. They need to buy a lot more potions to replenish their mana supplies, and they don't necessarily build attributes that give them too much carry capacity. What they can do is cast enchantments that temporarily fortify various attributes, like their carry stuff that would increase their carry capacity. And in Arena, all that matters is, can you carry it when you pick it up? If you can't, it will say no. If you can, you're all right. So if you temporarily boost your carry capacity in some way, you could pick up 1 billion items, your carry capacity goes back down, but you won't be punished for it. You can still just wander around. You're still 100% fine. And so that's like one of the mechanics that mages really need to use to be able to enjoy themselves as they go through. So we'll deal with this spider. That's 1. I don't want to go too quick. Watch this, the doors getting sneakily opened. If I remember rightly, we had 4 to deal with. And we can work our way back out. Now, don't think that this is going to be too boring, because... There we go. We got 2. Yeah, there you go. That's the paralyzed. Oh, God. Okay. All right. So, paralyzed. I can't move or turn. So, first we heal. And then we hit use again. We hit use again? Why wasn't it working? Okay, we have to heal again. Okay, we hit use again. I think I freaked out and double tapped it. And now we do potion of free action. This is what we bought at the Mages Guild. And we can run. And it's because we got ambushed by 2 spiders. Now, I'm not sure if backing up during that maneuver is actually, like, reducing their opportunity to hit me or anything like that. But there you go. So we have chucked quite a few potions there. And we're only just getting back acquainted with the dungeon. But hey, anyway, so yeah, see this loot? It's respawned. And, oh, a plate cuirass. I do kind of want it. Never mind. Look, that's a lot of gold, though. That was pretty good. So we could go back to the door and then climb back and kill spiders and come back and kill spiders and come back and kill spiders and on 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 and kind of farm money like this. But I'll show you some much more fun techniques in the meantime. And the other thing is, as I pick some of that stuff up, it could be enchanted, you know. So, sorry, I unequipped my longsword there like a dummy. Let's get that back. So we can still drop this as it is still broken. Now there's all these marks. I can only have 1 equipped at once, but you never know what they do as spells. And it's probably time for us to start looking into that. The next dungeon we do, I think we'll play with these things a lot more. So it says success. What on earth that buffed? I don't know. We don't get a different color or anything. It might have buffed my agility because I have +4 to hit and defend right now. Agility buffing stuff's pretty goddamn good, I have to say. Alright, so let's get back out. Now, here's the thing. If we open our map, I want to go, instead of the routes we already did, I want to go along the western border. So first we'll type here, lower floor. I mean, it's pretty obvious from the map, right? Usually. And we're going to go just north, basically. North, as directly north as I can for as long as I can. In fact, instead of going in this hole, I'm going to go a little bit east first. And then we'll go north again. And we just got to watch our backs. So here, for example, we'll go into this tunnel. Oh god, alright, it's forcing me west anyway, I guess. I mean, west is fine. It was east that we were at before. Sometimes it can be really hard to see, because you can't look up. Sometimes it can be hard to see if there was an exit, right? Like, somewhere around here, you might not really know. But, it doesn't look like there was here. Let's try up here, maybe. And I kind of like the subtle hint that there is magma and stuff. Ooh, Minotaur. Ooh, 2 hits. That's really good. 2 freaking hits. It's because we're leveling up and stuff. Very nice. And they drop another thing for us. Yeah, I like the hint of the magma on the underside of the like floor when you look up while you're down there. Okay, another Minotaur. We're okay. See, it is harder. It is. We're just starting to devastate, you know. Each of these levels we get makes the game in general scale a bit. But we get to scale like harder than it, right? As far as this is all concerned. So here we found, I think that was a dead end we were just in, right? So maybe we can bypass the dead end by going into this pit. Take a right and go all the way up here, this flank. Here you go, yeah. We can go all the way around. All the way. And just try to climb out as early as possible, I guess. Over here, maybe? Is this out? Oh, it might be. Oh, have we found a treasure room? Hey, nice. Oh, there's some dead guards. Slaughtered people. Hey, he has an amulet. Now, we don't have an amulet yet. I believe amulets, again, are like the belts. We don't cast them, but they tend to be magical, and they will fortify something or another. Yeah, look at that. Defense. Global defense by a couple of points. So good. All right, nice. And I'm really happy with that loot roll there as well, so I will stop and save. Because otherwise, you know, we won't necessarily find an amulet again. 69 gold, a round shield and a longsword. We don't have to worry. Okay, so the dead people in this random little room's kind of nice. I guess we'll just go back in. And climb out again in the next opportunity, which is here. Here we go. All right, so look, there's a sort of a different... Oh, God, what's hitting us? We're paralyzed. It's fine. So it could be a spider. So just go free action. Now, if you run out of potions of free action... Oh, have we looked up again? No, we haven't looked up. That was it. Yeah, now if you run out of potions of free action, you are at constant risk of just being locked in place for good. So be careful, all right? Don't leave on an adventure without it. You can also get like a mark that you know is giving you it. Like, for example, am I screwed now? I think this is our last potion because apparently we've been getting paralyzed like mad. Maybe it just takes time to affect us. Come on. I drank the thing, man. Let's go. Oh, my God. He doesn't want to attack. There we go. Wow. I'm not sure what this whole control looking up thing is. That never used to happen to me. I see a spider. Wait. Did we already... Hold on. We want to get... No, not another one. Well, mind you, we could... Oh, we two-shot it. Nice. We could always just reload. Now, there is an entrance to this weird room. I think I passed it already. Or maybe this will be one of those hidden doors that we have to click, you know, like we saw in the Imperial Suit. Really now, another spider. Oh, my lord. The game feels like really laggy as well outside this place. All right, so the question is, do I... No, I still have one. Since I still have a potion, and we just got a bit more experience, I will save. Here we go. No, here's the entrance. You see a temple. A structure nearly as ancient as the rock from which it was hewn. So this is a... Oh, no. Did I just... I got froze again. I think. Actually, it doesn't say I'm paralyzed. I just can't move. I can't turn for some reason. Tarlin is like really freaking out here. Not sure what that is. Maybe we can jump. Maybe we can jump forwards and use that to fix it. Wow. No. Oh, I am paralyzed. I'm not now again? Or maybe it's just like as an in-combat punishment. Wow, it's full of spiders. I don't remember there being this many spiders. Oh, we got no way to AoE either. Oh, we're actually ripping the pieces though. The fact we can two-shot them is really good. This sword is excellent. Okay, so that's a huge amount of spider kills. You see a temple, a structure, and it is worn as the rocket tomb from. Woo! We get a level after about 1,000 more. Now, that makes sense. They gave us 6 points. Thank you so much. Okay, damage +1 might be enough to just start one-shotting some stuff. So, let's go there. And then maybe with 4 points, we can get health +4. Now, if by trading this point out, I can get all the way up to health +4 right now, I will probably do it. Yes, I will. So, I'd rather do this and get the extra damage later. just because I want this to keep scaling, the heal modifier. Health up to 139. Good click higher than it was before. I will save. I'm a little bit scared here, so we'll just do it onto this file instead. Really, I should save that file in case my friggin' computer crashes or something and I lose this whole recording, and then all of a sudden I have to start a video saying, so guys, we're in the temple now and you're not going to see how we got here. So anyway, it's like a badass cool little place that you can miss. 2-shot a ghoul. Very nice. Someone's attacking us from behind. There was another one. Not very scared of the ghouls anymore. They don't do much damage. We're hitting them hard. I still have cure disease. I'm going to say that and I'm going to get destroyed. Anytime I'm ever a little bit confident. Anytime. Seriously. People who watch my streams will be well aware of that fact. All of a sudden, stuff just goes to crap. So anyway, yeah, you got all these alcoves. Actual nice, comfortable places to rest, I guess, right? For the first time in however long. And like with many dungeons, this is just like kind of one of the optional things you can come and see. You remember that when we were in Stonekeep, I said there were extra things? Well, this is about what you were missing out on, right? Some interesting little statues. What I really like about this is the little helmet on the left, right? As though you can loot it in some way. We get a crystal. Crystals are usually pretty cool to cast. Can I equip a crystal? They usually do really fun stuff. They might be like the light spells. They can be all kinds of things. What I'm going to show you when we get outside is a brilliant money farm. Oh, there you go. Was that a light spell? It might have been. I'm not sure what that did. And once you've got a lot of money in the game, you can, instead of relying on all the magic... Can we please loot? Instead of relying on magic identification, I can't loot this. Wow, Arena is being really, really, like, input weird lately. Not sure what that's all about. I also hear a Minotaur. Do you guys hear that? Oh, is that him over there? No. Oh, he's like... Oh, it's a spider. Oh, and it was creeping just out of sight. Fine, I'll heal with a potion here. You may be surprised... Not camp. You may be surprised just how quickly you can run out of potions, and then all of a sudden the dungeon gets really, really scary. There we go, 86 gold pieces. Jesus, that was a real challenge to pick up. So yeah, instead of relying on like the magic identification and the magic items that you find as you're adventuring, once you find a good source of income, whether that's something really cheesy or something that you seriously want to do, whether your save's coming or what, you can just buy the stuff that you know does what you want it to do in the various shops around the world. You know, you can just travel around, visiting different cities, and being comfortable in that way. Okay, so now all we want to do is escape. And I will probably do that by somewhat backtracking the exact same way we came from. There's really no other big landmarks in the whole place. You've got the full fang lair experience on this one, including the Dwarven Temple, which, I don't know, have I said this already? In the later games, they basically reveal that dwarves are, they're like atheistic. They don't really have religion. Maybe they have an idea of a god, maybe, but that doesn't. They're not devout. They're not pious. They're not particularly religious. That's one of their defining characteristics. And yet, right here at the start of Arena, there is kind of this thing in Fang Lair that sort of contradicts that. But you know, that's just some minor weird geek trivia that we don't have to worry about again. What I want, guys, as you watch these videos, is to not be worried. If I give a bit of trivia about a later game, don't worry, like, my understanding of it was really hazy too, okay? So, we'll get there, and we'll probably do more backwards comparisons than forward comparisons. Like, when we get to the next game, we'll probably be talking, we'll be like, oh, we were here in Arena, oh, we did this in Arena, oh, this looked like this in Arena. Instead of, like, constantly thinking ahead, alright? So don't worry, alright? I'm just trying to give those little things for people who do know already a little bit about where the franchise goes. So, yeah, you guys don't need to watch this. We just got to get to this green square. I'll probably just go through a tunnel or two. And maybe I'll speed it up. That might be fun, right? So let's see. Zooming through these tunnels. That was good old Mineshaft B. Back to some skeletons. I do feel like sometimes it's very possible to be too close to a skeleton. And you get really kind of hurt. I don't want to heal necessarily here. I feel like I could do that in an inn or something. If I could save the potion, I will. The end of the dungeon is right here. I think we saw some mobs right at the start before. No, we didn't. All right, so there you go. Staff of Chaos piece 1 collected. 63 gold pieces again. Not the round shield. And so brilliant. We're out. Well, hold on. Here's the question. Where do we want to go next? We've actually missed a little thing. We got out so efficiently. What we want to do now is sleep, right? Last time we slept, Jagar spoke to us. This time when we sleep, maybe we'll get Rhea. Wow, there are enemies nearby. Where? Oh, you followed me the whole way. That is actually extraordinarily creepy. You gave me some money, though, so I'm all right with that. Okay, so here we go. There are enemies nearby. Let me go to sleep. I think we might need to rest for something like 12 hours. I'm actually a little bit worried here, because if we look, our last quest update is still just telling us to get the staff. And we need to, like, survive the attack. Oh, my God. Oh, it's a zombie. Okay, our levels got high enough that we're finding zombies now. Please don't do anything to me too bad. Thank you. Jesus. I'm actually losing health trying to sleep here. Oh, my God. And there's a warlock who's poisoned us. Poison is not good. I don't have any poison cleanse just yet. Cure disease won't work. Oh, we're just going to get melted down. I think if I rest long enough, it will go away. Yeah, that's good.
It seems that you are well chosen. I see that you have won the first piece of the staff. That in and of itself is not a simple task. Tharn, it seems, is not as concerned with you as I had thought he would be. Perhaps he thinks you dead or lost in the sewers from which you escaped. That is well, for I have discovered the second piece's location. There was once a great maze built by the Archmagus Shalador to guard what he called Glamour, the elven term for the secret of life. I know not the location of the great maze, which was called the Labyrinthian, but somewhere in its twisted corridors lies the second piece of the Staff of Chaos. Shalador, according to the old text, made his home in the Fortress of Ice. He would not have built the Labyrinthian far from his home. I would search to the north for such a place. I wish you well on your journey.
Oh, yeah, that feels good. Okay, so I'm smiling quite widely here. Some of you guys will know. If you've played the later games, you may recognize the Labyrinthian. Now, she mentioned a Fortress of Ice. She said, go somewhere north. So, what do we have north? Well, there are quite northern areas in Morrowind. And particularly missing from the map is the idea of an island up here, by the way, called Solstheim. But Morrowind goes pretty north, Skyrim goes pretty north, and High Rock go pretty north. They're all totally visitable, right? Here's High Rock. Check it out. None of the major games recently have really looked at that, as far as I know. And yet, here it is an arena. We could go there. We could travel. The question is, where exactly? Well, we're kind of back to that phase 1 thing again now, aren't we? We want to ask people rumors as to where to go, what to do, what you think about this Archmagus Shalador. So, where do we want to pick? Well, I'm going to stay in Hammerfell just before we go further. And I want to do it because I want to go to a very specific town. This place is called Chase Town, which is kind of funny. But what I'm looking for is Chase Guard. This town here. Okay? It's the village of Chase Guard in the Hammerfell province. It's going to take us 17 days to get there. So, by the way, if you look, we are now in the month of Sun's Dawn. We're on Fredas, which is Friday of Sun's Dawn. And we'll arrive in First Seed, which I guess is kind of like March. Very far from January, where we always were. Fully moving on now. Just because of these long, long travel distances. You know, we're spending months on the road, really, here. But we're going to go to Chase Guard. Way back down near Rehad, but not totally at Rehad. And we'll travel along. And the reason for this is because I want to get some money from this place. And in addition to getting some money from this place, I also want to obviously ask the rumors about this new place. I'll say as well, Shalador. There's a spell in this game called Shalador's Mirror, and it's essentially a reflect spell, where it lets you throw the spells cast at you back at the user. In fact, Shalador's Mirror appears in lots of places, but the idea, and I guess the idea is Shalador is the guy who cast it. But, you know, we never actually really see any specific interaction with that when we go in there. But, yeah, so, someplace, the Ice Palace is where he lived. Is that what they said? And we need to go to the Labyrinthian that he built. So, well, I guess we'll see. Now, what I want to do, first of all, is come here, and I want to ask, first of all, who are you? We haven't really spoke to anyone for a while. I'm called Vivi, the village servant. You know, I used to be a successful merchant myself. Funnily enough, if we ask her again, she says, I remember you, Redguard. I'm the servant, Vivi. And you actually do get different dialogue. She says, I'm the servant, remember? I'm the servant, remember? Dragon's teeth, you forgot already? I'm Vivi, servant with a good memory. All right, lady. Listen, please. I just want your help to find the Mages Guild. She says, I'm not really sure where that is. Maybe go southwest for a while and ask there. So we can do that. And maybe I'll actually just know it. Just me as a human. I might just remember what the Mages Guild looked like. We're obviously looking for any kind of building with the eyeball out front. Now, if she has no idea where it is, then that gives the impression it's quite a big town and we're quite far away. I love that about Arena. I really do. There are very few games that feel so big and, like, excellent in terms of just how much there is to explore for towns. I know there's not that much unique here, but we're just in kind of a random place the main story would never take us. And yet, it feels, like, really vibrant and alive. This looks like a pretty big building. No, that's just some kind of nice-ass-looking hotel. I'm not sure actually what the gold goblet with the red drops coming out of it might be to do with. What about this building behind us? That looks like a vaguely similar shape to the previous Mages Guild. That is it. Nice. Okay, so Mages Guild. So this I'm about to show you is known as the Chase Guard farm. So if I tried to save game here, oh, I guess I can. Yeah, I guess you can in the CD version. In floppy, I swear you can't. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to enter the Mages Guild. A cool breeze follows you into the Mages Guild, drying the slight sheen of sweat from your brow. The interior smells of spices and chemicals. As your eyes adjust to the dim light, you can make out arcane implements and mystical apparati. You feel a strange tingling on your skin. And in this particular Mage Guild, out of the whole game, really, in this particular one, we can speak to the mages. And if we seek to buy magic items from them, you'll see that they actually only have 3 for sale. 2 of them are ebony, and one of them's a dwarven amulet. So now, ebony stuff, as I said, is the top tier in the game. And if you want to buy it, you're going to spend a ton of money. 25,000 gold pieces. Pricey, right? People bend over for these items. This is all they sell. In most other places, you know, you get these big vendor lists where they might have like one expensive item, but what they also have is, you know, an enormous number of other things for like 30 gold pieces, and you just got to kind of scroll through. What that makes this particularly abusable for is this: stealing. Now, we are no thief. We're not very good at stealing. So what we can do is try to fortify our agility if we really want to improve this. And in fact, let's have a look at our chance to hit again. No, we're just always plus hit 4. I thought I really might have had an agility buffer, but we got 70 agility, right? So the higher agility, the better that this will go, all right? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at him. There's no, like, sneaking. I'm going to click steal, and I'm going to choose to steal a magic item. And I'm just going to rummage in his pockets and pull something out. That's it. Or I'll fail. One of those 2 things will happen. If I succeed, it will pick a random thing that he sells, and I'll get it. But because we're at this particular Mages Guild in Chase Guard, that basically means I have an insanely high chance to get 25,000 gold item straight up. That I can obviously equip for myself, but I can then sell basically anywhere and get a lot of money. There's no idea of like the goods being fenced. There's no idea of NPCs only have limited amounts of money that they can trade for things. If you're good at haggling, this can go even crazier. And because you can save in the Mages Guild, if we fail, there we successfully stolen ebony talk. And if I do it again, I'm unsuccessful. If we fail and get caught by the guards, who, by the way, are nasty buggers and can really mess you up, I can probably kill this guy, actually, at this point. He's not really hurting me much yet. So we can actually kill the guards. There's other methods of farming, right, guys, where you deliberately lure guards by breaking into people's houses and you slaughter them from behind desks and stuff. But if we do that, then we can reload, right? And, wow, there's even a spider in here. It's kind of become a monster area, I guess. Maybe they summoned the spider. Maybe they conjured it. That's a form of magic, by the way, that is not in this at all. But yeah, so this is what you can do. And in fact, you can come here from the very start of the game. And this will be possible. Now that I've killed them... No, they do respawn. Or at least one of them respawned. Maybe they're just standing in different places this time. We come and we click buy. It doesn't actually matter which specific guy you do. You just get all this money. So, here's the way I'm going to play the game. I just want to show you guys a lot of different stuff. Different enchantments, different effects. I want to start casting spells like these marks. I want to know what the stuff does. So this will be my moneymaker. I'm going to basically try to steal these. I'll do it between the 2 videos. I'll sell them. And we're going to go through the rest of the series with a lot of money, all right? And that will mean we don't have to do ridiculous going in and out of dungeon doors constantly or messing in inventories. You guys have got the spirit of the game. But what I will do with all that money is whenever we visit a new town or we go to a new region, if there's really awesome stuff I want to buy in the general area, we'll take little side excursions to get, like, really good stuff, all right? Like, really good stuff. So by the end, we're properly kitted out. And that way, the game will be really fun, I think. So that's basically my plan. If you're playing along with me, a warning, if you steal successfully 3 times in a row, as in they no longer have anything at all, the game can crash, all right? So don't do that. Just steal like twice successfully in a row at best, then reset and try again, right? As in walk in, walk out, and then try again, or something like that. If you completely empty it and then you start messing around, the game doesn't like that, all right? So really do be very careful. There are 4 mages in the room to steal from in total. I've seen like 2, 3. I didn't permanently kill 2 of them, did I? I'm really scared I might have. Because I could, no, 3, 4, yeah. You can't permanently kill them. I kind of want to kill this guy just to go behind him and look in all those books back there. And really, that's the idea. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to end the episode here. And, well, you guys are going to find out. I may as well give you a little sneaky hint. When we ask for these rumors, people are going to realize, in fact, can we do it? No, it's not rumors. We have to ask specifically about the Labyrinthian. People are going to find out that maybe it's in Skyrim. That's right, fans of Skyrim. Well, we're going to see some familiar places in Arena on the very next episode. That will be where our next adventure is. So thanks, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I'm really fighting off a sneeze here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.